So I took some time off to have a bad back, attend to a few family matters, and conduct some personal research into obscure British sci-fi TV series from the 1980s. Isn't that right, Zen?
Confirmed.
Thank you. Alexa's grandfather, everybody. Well, that got me thinking about Germany's attitude to modern technology, which many Germans will tell you is basically Stone Age. I mean, some government agencies still use fax machines. We'll ignore the fact that faxes are still used for official purposes in some other first world countries as well. It is one of the things that visitors to this country often remark upon: the slow adoption by Germany of all things digital, the fascination with cash, the reliance on outdated ways of doing things. I mean, come on, Germany, it's the 21st century. Sorry, sir, if you want to buy anything from this store, you'll have to hand over some pieces of paper and lumps of metal. Part of this is possibly the pathological fear of having the government stalk your every move, or even worse, if not the government, then private business that might want to make a profit out of that information. And you have to admit, it is quite scary when your phone basically tells you that it knows where you live and it knows where you've been.
You just ate at Schnitzel's R Us. So, how was it?
And then it starts asking you the kind of questions that you get from mobsters who don't believe your story.
Is it wheelchair accessible? Is there a children's menu available? Were the toilets clean?
No, I swear, I didn't notice. I just went in and had a schnitzel. You've got to believe me. And sometimes it tries to frame you. Wait at a bus stop for 15 minutes and it assumes that you must have gone inside the building that you were standing in front of.
So, you visited the sexy Fun Times mega brothel.
All of which, you have to admit, is really scary for a nation which in the past century has experienced 2 totalitarian regimes that collected information about its own citizens to use against them. But I think there is probably another reason, and that is that most Germans have recognized that we are probably not quite ready for the digital lifestyle just yet. Most Germans recognize that, but not all of them. There's an awful lot of Germans who clearly think they're ready for it and just as clearly are not. For example, just a couple of days ago in the town of Waren an der Müritz, a car driver was following his satellite navigation system to get to his hotel. The problem was that the road he was being directed down was temporarily closed. The reason it was closed was that the plaza that it led to had been converted into an open-air theatre. The play that was being performed was based on local history, and since that involved actual horses as well as spectacular stunts, the ground was covered in sand. The driver not only ignored the signs, but actually pushed the barrier aside so that he could continue driving onto the stage. Good news? It was raining, so the performance had been interrupted and nobody was actually on stage at the time. Bad news? The car got stuck fast in the wet sand. And so I'm beginning to think that the worst adverts for new technology are the people who use it. Fun fact, digital technology is supposed to help us simplify complex tasks, not give us an excuse to switch off our brains. A couple of months ago I was in a store buying a couple of things and I saw somebody actually use one of the self-service checkouts. The first time I'd seen that happen in that specific store. Now I was queuing at the manned checkout because one of the things that I was buying was razor blades, and to buy razor blades you have to take a card from the shelf and take it to the checkout where you will be given the actual razor blades. And by the way, these are modern razor blades which are specifically designed so that it is not possible to cut somebody's throat with them, so I don't know what's going on there. But there I was behind 2 other people, both of whom had complicated transactions to make and cash to dig out of the darkest recesses of their wallets, and still I was out of the store quicker than this one lady at the self-service checkout who seemed unable to find the barcode on her deodorant. I feel like there's nothing wrong with the technology itself, but maybe Germany's slow acceptance of it might be helping save us from ourselves. After all, when a couple of months ago half the card readers in the land just suddenly stopped working, at least everybody still knew how cash works. In short, I believe that Germany has scored an accidental win here. But I'm sure the day will come when we can just get into the car, sit back, and say to it, Zen, clear phaser banks for firing and target the slow driver in the middle lane.
Confirmed.
Thank you for watching. Now, if you look down there, you should see a link to another video that I think you might enjoy. So, Why not click on it?